Hi everyone, I've got some exciting news, and that is that I've entered my first marathon for 3 years. I'm just about to go on a run, so I'll take you with me and then go through why it's been 3 years since I last did a marathon, which marathon it is, and it's not until later on this year, so why I'm starting this little journey this early. I'll get cracking with this run. My start line's actually down there. It's just a bit more peaceful up here. It's quite hectic down there, so I'll get on with my run and then catch up with you in a bit and give you a few details. So why have I not done a marathon for 3 years? And which one have I entered? So, the answer to why I haven't is simply that when I restarted doing marathons back in 2022 and 23, my times were just going backwards. Not what I wanted from myself. So I thought, I'm not just going to enter them willy-nilly. I'm going to focus on my fitness before I re-enter a marathon. And back end of last year, going into this year, I feel like I've made good strides. So I thought, back into this year is a good time to get a marathon in. And now the question on everybody's lips, which one? Well, I can reveal that I was umming and ahhing about the marathon, which one to do. And a few weeks ago, it all depended on dates, by the way, and a few weeks ago, Leeds played Man U. And I told myself, if Leeds beat Man U, I'm entering the Yorkshire Marathon, which is in York. So, obviously, we know how great Leeds played that night, which meant I've now entered the Yorkshire Marathon. It is a marathon I've done before. But I don't remember the course. 11 years ago since I did it. So that'll be fun to go back to. So that's it. Yorkshire Marathon in October. I'm out of breath. We did a run with club last night, and first half, it was all uphill. And still feeling that in my legs. Anyway, I'll crack on with this run, and then we'll go through, I don't know, times I guess. Oh, the pit stops. We'll go through them. So my times and pit stops kind of go hand in hand, because the time I'll be aiming for, I don't think this year I'll be able to get a PB, because I don't even know how I got that PB, 3:46:13. But what I am going to do is something in the throat. What I am going to do is a couple of half marathons leading into the marathon, and it so happens that the half marathons I'll be doing are some of the ones that I did in the year when I got my first ever sub 4 hour. So, that being said, I've already done one of them, which was the Great Northwest. Now, the year that I got my first ever 4 hour, sub 4 hour even, I did that race in 1:45. This year I did it in 1:57. But not saying I could have got that time, but it was a bloody awful day, wind and rain and whatnot. So the next one is actually this Sunday at the Leeds Half Marathon. Now the course has changed since the year I did it, since that year. So yeah, the course has changed, but I think I did that in 1:48. I'll put time up on screen. Now, I don't think I better do that this Sunday, but if I can get closer. Yeah, if I can get closer to that time, I'll be happier. About to turn around in a second. I'm just doing a steady out and back, and then I'll be able to see because that sun's in my eyes. Here we go. Whoa! Yeah, so I've gone dark now. Yeah, so my next one, like I say, Leeds this Sunday. I'll be honest, I reckon I'll get about 1:55. But the year when I got my sub 4, I did 3 half marathons. And that was the Great Northwest, the Leeds, and then Warrington in September. But this year, after Leeds, I'll be doing Ilkley, and then I don't know what after that, and then Warrington again. So, if by Warrington I can get to that time I got in 2017, fingers crossed, I could be on for sub 4 hour. And just like that, we're back at the start. That felt really tough tonight. Heart rate 130. But yeah, don't let the blue sky fool you. It's quite chilly tonight as well, so I can't blame the heat. Anyway, times that I said I were going to go for. Let me think. What were they now? So, I don't think that I'll get a PB, but I'm still going to put it in there. So, we don't do A, B and C goals. We do Wales Sports Games. So for the gold medal, I'll be wanting to go for a PB. 3:46.13. For the silver medal, I'll be going for the sub 4 hour, because yeah, that's where I want to be again. So I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with the silver medal. And for the bronze, I think I can get bronze here, to be fair. For the bronze, I want to beat my last time that I did at the York Marathon, which I'll put it up on screen, but I think it was a 4:23 summit. So yeah, that's my goals. And what I'm going to do, like I say, at the pit stops, I want to increase, well not increase, I want to get my times better at the half marathons. Because I noticed that in 2017, when I set my, well, when I got my first ever sub 4 hours, in the 3 half marathons, I think it was a 1:45, 1:48, 1:45. Now, my first half marathon this year, it was a 1:57. So on Sunday, I'll be happy with a 1:55, I'll say. Or under that, I'll be more than happy with, I'll be chuffed with. And then fingers crossed, Ilkley, well, I'll set that when we come to it. But yeah guys, I can announce that my new series, which is, as you know if you watch my previous videos, Road to. So this one is going to be Road to Yorkshire Marathon, first stop, Leeds Half Marathon. So that's for that. As for now, I'm going to go home, have some tea, get cleaned up. Tomorrow, it's back at the club. They're doing a set, Craig can't be there, but he's set up a session, and I believe Gainer's going to lead the session. I don't know what it is, I've not had a look yet, but I'll do it. If it's too hard, I'll just go a bit easier because I don't want to wreck my legs for Sunday. But yeah, that's that guys. I'll bring you along tomorrow night at club, and yeah, see you tomorrow, see what that brings. Look at that sun. Can you see it? I walked all the way up here so I had the sun shining on my face, and now I have to walk all the way back home. It's about just over half a mile. Right, it's Thursday night, I'm on my way to running club. I've got about 5 minutes to get there. Yeah, it's a session night. Craig's created the session, but he's not here tonight. So I'll put a little poster, because he likes to create a poster for it, so I'll put the poster on screen. I think it's 3 times 8 minute tempo sessions. I believe Gainer's going to be running the group tonight. I don't know where we're going. All I know is that I've been at home all day and I've been absolutely freezing. So I thought I'll wear this top. It's alright to get there, but I feel like I'm going to bake tonight because it is quite a warm top. And it's not that cold, to be fair. And also, I'm not feeling like I can do too much running because I had a Greggs for dinner. Followed by a donut. And then followed by a Kit Kat Duo. So yeah, not been good today. So anyway, what time is it? Yeah, I've got just about 5 minutes to get there. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to record any at session because it depends who's there and what have you. You know that I don't like to record in public and around people and what have you. So we've come to do Vicky Park, doing laps. We've just finished the second go, and I'm not kidding, this jacket, I knew it'd kill me. And obviously what Greg's I had earlier. But yeah, one more go. Sheesh. Just over a minute recovery left. There we go. Whistle just gone on the third, the final go. Bloody hell. That was tough. Yeah. But it's done. Now, a gentle jog back to club. And then I think think she's on about doing some sort of strength or stretch or whatever. I'm glad I did that. It's like in English. I'm glad I did that. I was dreading it, but them's the ones that pay off in the end. Anyway, we're all going to group up back together. So I'll see you at the end. And thinking about 9 laps. Didn't get lapped by the fast boys. Right, so I'm on my way home after what were a good little session there. I feel like I paced it right, and I also managed to separate myself from the group, so I managed to get a couple of little recordings in there, which I didn't think I'd be able to do, so yay me. My only issue, well, 2 issues, were that I don't think that the Greg's dinner, followed by the donut, followed by the Kit Kat duo, helped with that little session at all. But also, this jacket now, I needed it because it's quite chilly, and to get up there. But then running in it, doing that little session, I felt like, you know that guy from Full Monty that wraps himself in cling film? I feel like that guy. This top is absolutely wet through. I could save money on water, go home and fill kettle with it now. Not gonna, because that's going to be disgusting, but I could. Anyway, that's today's session. I think I got 5.5 miles in. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to run, because I have to go and pick up my race number for Sunday's race over in Leeds. So depending on how the day goes, I'm going to go grab that. I might just take it as a rest day, but I don't know, let's see how I feel. I'll take you along with me to pick up the number. So that's it anyway, guys. That's it for Thursday night. It's getting, what time is it? 5 to 8. Feels like it's getting dark. I'm not far away from home now, so whether I'm running or whether I'm not, I'll see you tomorrow. It's Saturday morning. I've just done parkrun. I didn't do any recording yesterday. I went and picked my number up first thing, and then yeah, I just couldn't be bothered going for a run yesterday. Plus, my left ankle was feeling a bit, not injured at all, but just felt like it needed a rest. So I thought best play it safe and just, yeah, have a rest day yesterday. So today I've just done parkrun. We came at Cleethorpes, Sister Mandy's 100th venue. So I'll just put a bit of footage of that lovely, absolutely lovely course. Cracking weather, can't complain. So now Mandy, she's just doing, I think she started the last lap, and then we're gonna go grab a coffee. But yeah, that's it for today, unless I jump on bike. I've not been for a bike ride for over a year. So I used to go every Monday, used to go for a ride over at Skipton. So I'm not a fan of cold now. I used to every Monday without fail, even Thursday mornings without fail, whether it was cold, freezing, wet, whatever. But yeah, I don't know whether it's because I'm getting older, but I'm just not on board with being cold. So yeah, I need to change that. So I don't know if I'm going to go for a ride today, but from Monday I'm definitely going to start using the bike a bit more to help the fitness. But yeah, that was Cleethorpes Parkrun. Next time you'll see me, it'll be the morning of the Leeds Half Marathon. So yeah, over and out for, I'm going to say Tuesday, over and out for Saturday.
Your papers and same apologies for getting real and probably put the nail in the coffin. Constantly suffocating your presence, and when you speak, which is every other
So it's Sunday morning, which means it's Leeds Half Marathon time. Like I said, I'm not out for a massive, brilliant time. I just, if I can get close to what I did a couple of years ago, if I can beat what I did in Blackpool, I'll be more than happy with that. Not gonna lie, this is the quietest corner that I could find. It's absolutely heaving. Yeah, it's heaving. That's just, if you go around that corner, it's absolutely bedlam. Finish line is just through that gap there in the stadium. Fingers crossed I'll be getting there within the next, what time is it? It's 20 to 10. It's got dark. Yeah, fingers crossed I'll be there in the next 2 hours or so, just over. And I'll just get straight into it because people are starting to filter down to the start area. So I will see you at the end. And the further up you get, it's even busier. Right guys, that's the Leeds Half Marathon done. Still got my number on. I just found a little park. I'm walking back down towards Leeds train station. So I just found a little park, get out of the chaos because it's absolutely manic up there. Loads of support, still loads of runners, absolutely brilliant. I love them sort of events, but yeah, I needed to get out of there to be able to do a bit of recording. But anyway, there's my medal as well. Well and truly earned. But more importantly, whoa, what was that? Oh, alcohol-free Erdinger. Absolutely love that drink. So I'll be enjoying that later. But yeah, that was the last run of the week. Not gonna lie, I woke up this morning, I didn't feel like I could run at all, let alone do a half marathon. Sat there thinking about getting my stuff together before I had to set off, and yeah, genuinely didn't think I had it in me. But I had two goals. One was to get around about 155 and the other was to not stop. I've done this route before once. I've done the Leeds 10k quite a few times, but only once before since they changed this route, and yeah, I had to stop because it's literally one massive drag up, and you get to the roundabout and then you think it's all downhill, but then there's a couple more climbs that just there just to remind you it's not all downhill. So, but yeah, I managed to do it all without stopping. At the start I planted my send, I saw 150 and 155 pace, so they were pretty close together in pens. So I planted my send just behind them two, and at the start they were already like a mile down before I started the race. So by the time I caught 155, I just thought I'm just going to stick with them, and then can't remember if it was just before or just after the turnaround I overtook them, but then they were coming back. I think I must have just been in front of them that whole way, but then they were coming back. I was thinking to myself, if they overtake me, I'm going to be close to the 155, because I don't know, I can't remember how far ahead of them I can't remember how far behind them I started and what I did to have to catch them up. So I managed to keep them behind me for finish, and then I'm really happy with my time. I clocked it. I've not got my phone on me, so I don't know my official time, but I clocked it at 1 hour 51 and 15. I'll put the official time up. But yeah, from the half marathon that I did in February to not really feeling like I could run today, to yeah, pull out a 155 something, sorry, a 151 something, absolutely made up with that. So yeah, that's this week, guys. I'm gonna go home. Well, I've got about a mile walk to get to the train station now, but I don't mind, it's warm. But yeah, I'm not going to do all for the rest of the day. Contemplating having a pizza tonight, might even be a takeaway. And then yeah, tomorrow we'll start again. So like I said at the start of the race, the road to Yorkshire 10k, no, the road to Yorkshire half. Oh, I'm building it up, aren't I? The road to the Yorkshire Marathon officially starts now. Training starts tomorrow. I'm not going to do a run. I've not even got a plan. Well, my plan starts at the beginning of June. I've done it as a 20-week plan to accommodate races that I've got planned in and what have you. So yeah, I'm gonna start the plan, a plan to get me to the plan tomorrow. And yeah, the next stop, my next titness. Oh, I think I've lost my ability to talk somewhere on course. my next fitness test will be at the Leeds Half Marathon. Can't remember when it is. It's sometime beginning of July. But yeah, I've got a couple of 10Ks before then as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy this. Hope you stick around for the journey. And yeah, if you're new and you feel like you want to follow me on this journey, feel free to subscribe. I put a video out every now and again, but I'm hoping to get one of these out at least every week. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week for the next instalment. And I'm glad I wore red. My nipples are sore. Don't know what's gone on there, but I'm glad I wore red.